What's happening, everybody? We have an extended sneak peek Star Wars Resistance trailer, I think. I'm curious. I enjoyed Clone Wars. I enjoyed Rebels for the most part. Rebels I don't think was as good as Clone Wars, but I still really enjoyed it. And yeah, we're gonna see what this is about. I'll admit I'm slightly frustrated that they keep changing the style every single time they do one of these shows, and just keep it the same. I don't understand that. So, but whatever. I don't have control over it. They're gonna do it anyway. It's one of those little pet peeves of mine. I'm like, just stop. Just keep it the same. There's no need to change. Because now we're like in some ultra tune shaded style, so whatever. It's getting more kiddie as time goes on. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see though. We'll give it a fair shot. We'll see how it goes. Here we go.
Can you imagine what it's like to be an ace pilot? This is your chance to make that.
It's like Star Fox.
You've got something special. I see it. I've got a mission for you.
All right.
Blend in. Find out who's loyal to the good guys and who isn't.
What was that?
What was what?
The throwing and the falling. Over there.
Don't think about it.
You can work as a mechanic on my team, but when it comes to your mission as a spy, I don't want anything to do with it.
Kasuda, good luck on tomorrow's big race.
I don't need luck.
Being an ace is not all fun and games. It can be dangerous.
Just don't explode.
What? Oh!
You can't handle the hype. Woo-hoo!
Follow my signal.
There are a lot of dangers out there in the galaxy. When people are in need, we help.
Line them up. Check this out. It's all in the wrist.
It's all in your head. Welcome back to reality.
Professionals, you say?
I'm an ace pilot. I've battled pirates and marauders.
Pirate strategies have been changing.
What do you mean?
They're better prepared. They have better equipment. I don't know how.
General, the First Order is clearly making weapons.
We're gonna need all the help we can get.
You ready?
Let's do this.
I want this station completely destroyed.
Ah, he's still alive!
You showing up always means trouble.
I knew you missed me.
Here we go.
Oh, this is exciting! I appear to be tingling all over.
What is this? That isn't Star Wars. What is that? What is that? The first time it felt even remotely like Star Wars to me, and this is just my opinion, is when they showed Starkiller Base and that's where they, because at first I was like, when does this take place? are there like any antagonists? Like, is this really early? But it must not be too vastly early. It has to take place right around The Force Awakens. Because, and do they know about Starkiller Base? And if they know about Starkiller Base early, which maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they didn't really find out about it until The Force Awakens. And people need to stop saying ace pilot. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? Like, so Poe Dameron was hands down probably my favorite character coming out of The Force Awakens. He didn't get a whole lot of screen time, but he really resonated with me. I thought he was just the coolest dude, and like a really heroic character. I really liked it. He felt like an old Star Wars character to me, and I like that. And then of course in The Last Jedi they had to, they felt the need. He's too cool. We got to take him down some pegs. No person is allowed to be that cool, because it's the patriarchy or some misogyny crap or whatever. I don't know what their problem was, but it was stupid. It made me really upset. So I'm not going to lie, I was really looking forward to this because he's in it, and it's about pilots, and my father was a pilot, and my uncle was a pilot, both in the Army and the Air Force respectively, and my cousin's a pilot, and so pilots are part of our family, and so I resonate with that sort of thing. This looks like crap. Crap too harsh. See, I'm trying really hard to be objective here. I'm trying to separate myself, my personal feelings, from the quality of the show. But so for those people who don't know, I have a background in animation. That's what I went to school for and everything like that. The reason you do toon shading, in my opinion, is primarily out of laziness, because it's gotten really good and you can render it fairly fast. And so you can hide some flaws and details with toon shading, which is what they're doing here. And sometimes people choose it as an aesthetic style, but I don't. Like, when does this take place? What is happening? What is this, an academy? Are they all going to be based out of an academy? But no, because it's got to be. These students are running missions because they all want to be ace pilots. But there's a red. Look at this. There's a red. What do you call it? TIE fighter pilot, and there's a red TIE fighter, but we've never. I'm not saying you can't show things that we've never seen before, but okay, let's talk about things I like, because I feel like that would be easier. I like seeing different types of beings and people from all over the place, because Star Wars is a big galaxy. I think that's neat. The flying through the rings reminds me a lot of Star Fox from Nintendo. That's kind of neat. I don't like this kid. No, that doesn't mean anything. I didn't like Ahsoka when she first came out, and now I love Ahsoka. She's like the tops. But this protagonist right now is not compelling. And I was never an Ezra fan. Although I know a lot of people like Ezra. He annoyed me at the beginning of Rebels, and by the end, he still mostly annoyed me. He never got... He got a little better. He got a little bit better, but not by much. I did not watch that show for Ezra, that is for sure. If they had killed off Ezra early on, I would have not... Or even later, I would have not felt bad. What is this show? Why is everybody so goofy? I mean, it's a kid's show. It just, you know, it doesn't feel like Star Wars. And I don't know, maybe it's how it's shot. Maybe it's the humor. I like the colorful costumes. I mean, that's neat, I guess. Okay, droids. So it's weird. I don't understand this whole thing of, like, there's a scene shot where there's all these droids and they're apparently, like, hanging out like they are around the water cooler or whatever. And maybe that's just me misconstruing, but they're just... And it's not that droids can't have friends or anything, but it's... droids tend to serve a particular purpose. In Star Wars, they're very specific, and so... They do occasionally hang out with other droids. It's just... I don't know. Maybe I'm at this point, I'm just picking. Here's a big question I have. I'm ranting right now. You have all these colorful ships, which hints that people are given the are allowed the ability to customize the colors of their own ships. But it's not practical, and it doesn't make practical sense. I'm going to even admit that it was slightly weird when Poe Dameron did it. Because if you think about the grand scheme of things, unless it is their ship, unless they purchase the ship themselves, which, no, most fighter pilots and stuff, they're not purchasing their ships. Those ships are on loan to them from whatever organization they're a part of in one case. And you see that with the First Order, you know, all the TIE fighters are painted a certain way. They're not unique, they're just... You know, and that's also how it was with the Rebellion. Those TIE fighters were on loan to those pilots. They didn't own not the TIE fighters, the X-Wings. They didn't own those X-Wings. And then in Force Awakens, Poe had his own colored X-Wing. Which was neat to differentiate him. But from a practical standpoint, and I'm seeing that they're starting to follow that trend of, look at all these pilots, they get their own colored ships. It's getting too much. And I even questioned it back. And like I said, Poe was my favorite. But I questioned the decision to allow any pilot to paint their own ship different. It feels unrealistic to me. And I know some people go, it's Star Wars, it's all unrealistic. Yeah, stupid, I understand. Okay, everyone understands that. I mean, it feels unrealistic within the context of the universe that's been set up. And if everything else looked good, maybe it wouldn't bother me so much. I would be like, well, they're taking some artistic license and I'll let it slide and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. I don't know. What is this show? What is this show? I'm gonna let you go. I'm just wasting everybody's time at this point. Man. I wanted this to look better. I really did. I might have to go get me a Philly cheesesteak to make up for this, because holy smokes, I am not. What are they doing, man? What are they doing? If you had asked me a few years ago, would I be unhappy with Star Wars? it would have been an emphatic no. What are you talking about? I mean, and they've somehow it's I liked The Force Awakens. Was it derivative? Yes. I was so hyped going into The Last Jedi. And I don't know what happened. Like, I came out of that going, what happened? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And then I went a few days later and saw it again. Because I had to give it another shot, right? Maybe I was feeling ill that day or something. And the second time I came out, I was like, it's not Star Wars. I don't know if it's... I've been going back and forth about this. Because I'm always trying to be as objective as possible. And I've been going back and forth about whether The Last Jedi is a good or bad film. I am 100% sure it is a bad Star Wars film. But that doesn't mean something's a bad film. Like, I think Iron Man 3 is a bad MCU film. I'm not sure it's actually objectively a bad film. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's just objective, trying to be as objective as possible. If it wasn't a Star Wars film, I probably would not be as disappointed with it, truthfully. But I was highly disappointed in The Last Jedi. And I also objectively, just as a filmmaker and myself and stuff, and having worked in the industry, Last Jedi is poorly written. And if you don't realize that, then I'm sorry, you don't know what you're talking about. It is poorly written. That's not to say everything's bad in it. It does have some good points, but it doesn't do setups and payoffs correctly in a structured sense. But that said, it's not the worst film. If I'm just looking at a film, it's not the worst film I've ever seen. It's really not. It is a horrible Star Wars film. It really is. And this is coming from a person who lived through the prequels. And if anyone tells you there was this kind of backlash and stuff to the prequels were disappointing in a lot of ways, but not like this. Not like this. And then Solo came out. And I went and saw Solo, and I like Solo better than The Last Jedi, but it was clear that they have no idea what they're doing, to me. Like, and Alden Ehrenreich actually wasn't that bad. I didn't think he was that bad as Han Solo. But that movie was boring. And it was just, if you haven't seen the honest trailer for Solo, go watch it, because that nails most of the problems with that movie. Like, it's a movie about things we didn't care about and didn't need to know. Like, where did Han Solo get his gun? Where did he get the Millennium Falcon? Why is his name Han Solo? He's basically a Jon Snow of the Star Wars universe. He has no family or anything. So the Empire names him Solo, which means there's a buttload of Solos running around. Which is stupid. It's stupid. It's really stupid. And what irritates me is that with all the people involved, no one looked at that, at least that scene. If you don't change anything else, the naming of Han Solo, no one looked at that scene and went, oh, we shouldn't do this. This is a bad idea. And here's the crazy part. I know someone did that. I know. You know how I know? Because I worked on the Scorch Trials. I worked on that Fantastic Four movie that a lot of people didn't like. I was on set. I was there for the meltdowns. I was there for all the insanity. And I worked in Hollywood enough to know that there are always people going, This is not a good idea. They're raising red flags. They're going in and talking, going, why? What is the motivation behind this? This is not going to be received well. There are always those people. But they're almost never in positions of power. And that's what it is. That's what it is. That some suit somewhere or some director, they go, but I like it. I think it's fine. I don't think there's going to be controversy at all. And that's because they're stupid. And that's how things like this get through, because the people who can see the writing on the wall are just flat out not listened to, and that is what happened what's happening with Star Wars Resistance. I think I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe this show will really surprise people, and it'll win us over with its bold new characters and colors and stuff. I would like to be wrong. But good night. I've been talking now for over 20 minutes. That's how disappointed I am with this. Okay, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. It helps grow the channel, and I'm so sorry that you had to experience with it. Let me know if you like this. Did you like this? Let me know. It's fine if you do. It's fine. Oh my goodness gracious.